let's talk about Dipset and the legacy y'all left. You know, you mentioned a bunch of people, um,
Dipset.
Puffy, Jay. You know, what I mean, even Fat Joe, Terror Squad. You know, Dipset had a movement that was definitely
We had a
rival like crazy because you know you had white kids wearing pink,
yeah, nah.
and you know what I'm saying. Like,
We definitely had a self-sustained movement, something that we started with pure ambition and just ideas of coming up young and wanting to be rich and famous and trying to figure out what the people want to see, and it kind of connected in a big way. I mean, shouts to Cam, Joels, and Zeke. Shouts to Cam and Zeke before Joels even got in the picture. You know, we playing nice inside of 5H apartments, drinking St. Ives beer and smoking cheap ass weed, trying to figure out this life and where we were going to go with it. And lo and behold, we were able to get signed to a deal, and we took our talents to the moon. I mean, a lot of people respect us for what we did. A lot of people thought we were crazy, but you had to respect us. You had to give us that. I mean, you obviously didn't want no problem with us, and we were setting so many trends, and the music was hitting so hard. It was on a point. It was a point that felt like diplomats couldn't do no wrong. And then again, when you're that young and you making so much money with no real guidance coming up, you tend to bump heads. Everybody has their own ideas and opinions of what it is to be a boss, and it doesn't work when you don't have guidance.
yeah, yeah. Now you and Cam on social media, I don't. It always comes up in social media. Y'all seem to be at odds a little bit. What's going on with y'all two?
Not too much. I mean, at odds, man. You know, he has his opinions. I have mine. Like I told people, my rants are emotional. I'm not a comedian. 9 times out of 10, if I tell you something, it's actual and factual, and that's how I feel. And last thing I put up on social media was just to show people that when you ask me about diplomats and these records and all that, just want people to know that there are diplomat records out there, and there are more of them. But proof is in the pudding. You dig?
Yeah.
That's all I want to see. You know what I mean? You don't have to ask me anymore about that.
Yeah.
You don't know who you can ask. Let's see what the answer for that one is.
For who? Ask who?
They know who to ask. I didn't take me off a record.
Right.
You
right.
heard?
Yeah.
You smell me? I
Uh,
didn't put the record out.
Right.
So, you know, don't ask me no more diplomat questions. You heard?
All right. No doubt. No doubt. You talked about this last week when we were talking. You know, it's weird. Like you said, just like you just said, you grew up on Jay-Z, Nas, and then you turn around and you competing with Jay-Z and Nas and all the other.
It's no different from when Iverson said that he grew up watching Michael Jordan, or Kobe grew up watching Michael Jordan, and then you get signed to one of the teams, and now Michael Jordan is your enemy. Right. As soon as you get on the court, that love that you have for him and that admiration and everything goes out the window, because now it's time to kick his ass.
Right.
You heard? It's either him or us, so either
Right.
them, and that's how it goes. And we started in a game that we were fans of, complete fans, studied every day, watching videos, VCR tapes of videos, mixtape VCR tapes. Man, like we studied inside of that 5H house, me and Cam, from Midwest music to West Coast music to down South music. Like we knew the rap game in and out. Who was the up and coming artists? Who were the OGs and things like that. So, man, we could go on and on about this shit, man. But just to be in the game and knowing that you there and you have your own team and that's your team, really ain't no breaking that line. And if you gotta push up and apply pressure and start koofy smacking, that's what you gonna have to do if you want to survive in this game. So, I mean, I do believe beneath it all, the Jay-Z's and the Nas's and anybody else that I came at aggressively has to respect it. Because I don't think it's not nothing that they wouldn't have did if they was in that position to fight for their team or for their notoriety or for the check that they was coming that was coming to them. Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. You talked about writing a book. I mean, you seem to have endless stories. I mean, crazy stories. I ain't gonna lie. Like I ain't.
I could write a trilogy, damn near. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? About just stories in the game and things I've been through before the game and just watching the industry and people coming and going from people that sold millions and millions of records and now they're damn near obsolete in this game. They don't even count. I mean, it's all a hell of an experience. I think my bucket list is filled up. A few more things that I would like to do and shit like that. But yeah, I mean, I got a shitload of stories, man. Backstage stories, good stories, bad stories, drama stories, happy stories. Your favorite artist, your favorite actor,